Hello everyone, Philip here again, once more here with Dania. We're gonna work with two more lasso guard positions and then we're gonna move to the La Riva. And by the end of this class I'm gonna answer a question that Elise asked me in the match analysis video that we did. So stick around guys, I think it's gonna be helpful for you when you're trying to defend the guard against someone stacking. Okay, nice to see you people. Moving the head sideways. Up and down. Circling the head. Both sides. Arm. The other arm. Hips. Both sides of one. Alright, people dropping on the floor. Moving the hips side to the side. Counting to 10. Then we're going to move to the bridge, sometimes each side of one. After that, as usual, hip escaping, regular one, sometimes each side. Then hip escaping forward. Make sure that you drag your hips as much as possible, everyone. It's gonna be a really important movement for the following classes. I'm gonna sit up, bringing my hip forward, sit back, switch sides, same thing. 5 times each side of one, up and down with the hips. Then rolling back and forth over the shoulder, landing on the knees, rolling forward, landing on the hips, rolling forward as well. Try not to use your feet to move forward. Rolling side to the side over the shoulder, people. Back and forth. 5 times each side of one. And as usual, we're gonna invert and sit forward. Invert again and sit forward. 5 times each side of one as well. And we're gonna move to the parting drills. Let's go. Okay people, so same drill that we've been doing for the past 2 weeks, just working with each other here too. Set the lasso guard, controlling the sleeves, hip escaping to the side that you want to place the lasso, keeping the sleeve controlled, foot in front of the bicep, behind the shoulder, squaring the hips to set the position. Hip escaping again to undo the lasso, and moving the hips to the opposite side to do the same thing. Getting the lasso in, foot behind the shoulder, establishing the lasso guard. Then I move the hip again to undo the lasso. And we're just gonna be working like this as we've been working during this entire lasso guard time. Okay, we saw this in the first position of the lasso. If you guys require more details, okay, people, 2 minutes, one of you on top, then you guys switch, whoever's on the bottom get on top. You do the same thing, and we're gonna move to the next drill. Okay, everyone. The other drill that we've been doing this week, situation where Dani's gonna set her lasso, and as soon as she sets the lasso, Dani's gonna start moving to the sweep. So foot in front of my hip, she's gonna grab my pants, she's gonna turn her body all the way to the opposite side, bringing me down, ending up here with the knee band. Okay, and we're just gonna be switching positions with each other. Her arm is already here across my hip, so I'm gonna get a control of the sleeve. I move my hip, get the lasso, already controlling her pants, my foot in front of her hip. I'm gonna turn my body to the other side, ending up with the knee band. It was the first sweep that we saw in this lasso guard position, people. So if you need more details, just return to the first class. Dania's gonna control my sleeve, hip skate, set the lasso. She's already setting the grip on my pants, turning her body, bringing me down, ending up here with the knee on belly. And we're just gonna be switching positions with each other. Okay, people, 2 minutes on one side, 2 minutes on the other side. As I've been saying, people, mind your surroundings. Okay, I hope you don't break your furniture, right? So please be careful. Okay, everyone, let's move to today's position. Okay, everyone, so I'm gonna now work with a situation that is complicated, because sometimes what happens here is when I'm setting my lasso guard, as I get my foot in, before I'm able to square my hips, I'm gonna have my opponent using the shoulder to smash my knee here. Okay, and this is a complicated position because if I cannot open my knee, I'm gonna have a hard time working with the lasso. Okay, as you can see that I'm trying to open my knee, but Dania is here smashing my knee with her shoulder, which gives her a really good control of her of my hip. And I don't want to stay here for very long, because if I stay for very long, Dania can start moving away and passing to the other side, and ending up on the side control. Okay, so since I don't want that to happen, everyone, as soon as I feel that my opponent is smashing my hip, I'm gonna move kind of like to the turtle position. So how's this gonna play? I'm gonna have the control here with Dania's sleeve. I went to the lasso, she was faster than I am, and she started smashing my knee with the shoulder. So here, everyone, this second grip is no longer important for me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start bringing my elbow on the floor. Okay, I like to keep my foot close to her hip right here, so then it doesn't get too much space on me. I can still get somehow a control, but still my guard is here in danger. I want to keep the lasso that I have, so my leg is still through. I'm still controlling the sleeve, but this leg that I have on the floor, I'm gonna open, and I'm gonna go here with my knee on the floor. You guys can realize that my foot is still hooking her hip. And now what I'm going to do, people, is with holding this grip that I have, I'm gonna bring my shoulder on the floor, and I'm gonna roll forward, already moving to a omoplata position, dropping her shoulder down and sitting up, controlling her hip. From here, people, I keep the control of the sleeve as we saw before. I'm just gonna finish with the omoplata and get my submission. Okay? So one more time, I'm here with Dania. I'm gonna move to the lasso. Before I was able to bring my foot through, Dania was already smashing my hip right here. Okay, so very important, people, I cannot bring my foot behind her shoulder, but I still want to keep my foot hooking her hip, so then I cannot simply pass. If I keep my foot on the floor, then it doesn't have to go up. She's already moving to my side. Okay, I want to block this movement from her somehow. So make sure that your foot is active, okay, people? So Dania smashed my knee, all right? She's controlling my hip. I'm gonna let go of the sleeve that I have, placing my elbow on the floor. And as I have created this space, I'm gonna bring my knee on the floor, bring my hip up, so I'm gonna be next to her. From here, Dania's no longer gonna be able to pass. I'm gonna keep the control of the sleeve. I'm gonna roll forward, already pushing her shoulder down, going for the omoplata position and working for the submission. Okay? Of course, everyone, then when I do this position in a more realistic scenario, whether fighting or training, I don't want to spend that much time here. Okay? Since Dania already smashed my shoulder, I'm gonna move straight to the omoplata so I can take advantage of this position to set an attack already. Okay, so make sure, everyone, people start, so I'll worry about the belt later. I'm here with this position. She is smashed. First of all, keeping the foot close to the hip, but don't stay here for very long, otherwise your opponent's gonna find a solution. Bring yourselves up as fast as possible. and moving straight to the omoplata. So you guys are able not only to defend your guard, but to get a good position in exchange as well. Okay? As usual, everyone, try step by step, feel the position, feel your opponent's control to see how you guys can move, and then as you guys are more comfortable with this, you can try a little bit faster with each other so you can get the timing of the position. Okay? No time limit, everyone. Switching with each other as much as you can, and we're gonna start training a little bit. People, just regarding this position here, something that is important to add is that if your opponent sits on the heel and you're not able to get the omoplata, you at least manage to defend your guard. So what I mean by this, I'm here controlling Dania, right? I went here with the lasso and she went with her shoulder on my knee. If Dania realizes what is about to happen, that I switch here for the omoplata and she sits on her heel, if I try to bring her to the omoplata, it's not gonna work, but at least I'm able to rotate back and defend my guard. And here I can reset you with the lasso or switching to a spider, whatever, a collar sleeve, whatever position I wanna work, but I at least guarantee that my opponent is not gonna pass my guard. So if you guys are trying with each other, your opponent realizes what's happening and they sit on the heel, just rotate back, reset your guard, and you're gonna be able to start over. All right, so this is very important because sometimes I'm not gonna be able to be aggressive, but I'm gonna be able to retain the guard, and this is one of our main goals when we're doing guard. The fact that we're able to prevent our opponent from passing. Okay, so just one more time here. Here with Dania, set the control. She smashed my knee. I went for the omoplata. She sits back. Not a problem. I go back and we start over. Okay? Okay, everyone. As usual, one of you on the bottom working with the guard, the person on top working to pass. We're gonna be working with the lasso, so I'm gonna set my lasso and we're gonna start working from here. Dania wants to pass. I want to get something other than that. So from here, people, if you on the bottom get a sweep or submission, starting over. If the person on top passes, starting over. 3 minutes, one of you on top, the other one on the bottom, and then you switch. Okay, and then you guys can add as many rolls as you want, working from here. Just make sure people on the bottom giving your best. Don't let your opponent pass. Make sure you have a good control the entire time. And people from the top, adding resistance, but try to follow your opponent's rhythm as well, so you guys can help each other to understand this position. All right, so hope everyone's okay, hope everyone's healthy. See you guys on Monday. Have a nice weekend, people. Okay, people, I just want to answer one question here real quick. Elise asked me this on the last Friday. During our match analysis, there was a situation where there was a big difference in size and one person was stacking the other, and Elise was telling me that she's always scared when she's getting stacked, that this happened right here, and the person from top is able to switch and end up on the side control or on the third position. So what is ideal here, everyone? So understand that when we invert, it seems uncomfortable, but in reality, we can use our hips to defend our position and remain mobile and at the same time safe. So what is the best alternative here? Let's say that I'm fighting here with Dania, just like the match that we saw, there's a big weight difference here. I'm trying to stack Dania and get into this position. But here, people, you can see that Dania is over the shoulder, still mobile. So if your opponent is throwing you guys over the shoulder, just continue with the movement. So what I mean by this, I'm gonna start pushing Dania over the shoulder. She's moving to turtle, already sitting and retaining her guard, okay? So in reality, even though I'm putting pressure, I wasn't able to get any control on Dania and she remained safe. So I'm gonna try to do this in a more
aggressive,
not aggressive, but faster pace. So let's say that I'm here with Danya. I'm trying to smash, she's rotating, placing her guard before I was able to get any hold on her. And we're back into the first position. Very effective for her to defend, very frustrating for me trying to pass. So very good alternative you guys can try. Okay, hope I helped with these. Have a good weekend everyone. See you guys on Monday, bye bye.